So here we have left with this program. Write the following programs. Okay, fine. Create a square waveform of 50% duty cycle upon a bit 0 of port 1. So what is bit 0 of port 1? It is P1.0. Okay. See, the thing what we have to do, we have to create a square wave. Okay, we are creating now. It means the P1 point upon the P1.1, we are making P1.1 as a output port. Correct? We are making it as a output port. Okay. Then, so by default, we know that all the ports are working as output ports only. So no need to configure P1.0 as a output once again. Okay. Once again, it is not needed to make a P1.0 to configure it as a output. So already it is an output port now. Now what we have to do? We have to create a square wave of 50% duty cycle. What is 50% duty cycle? It is just say if it is a total one cycle of how much time? Say 1 second. Okay, 1 second of time period, one cycle, then 50% duty cycle. It means 0.5%. That means 50% of and 0.5 seconds on. Okay, so this one we have to create it now. Now we will not bother about the total time period. We are not bothering about the time period. The time generation, okay, the time generation is starting in the 4th module. Okay, there we will see how much the time has to be generated. That is going to be programmed into 4th module. Now we are just creating a 50% of the duty cycle without bothering how much time it is. Okay, it may be 1 second, it may be 10 seconds, or whatever it may be. Now for that, what I can do, 50% duty cycle means on for some time period, off for the same time period. Correct? On and off, that is high pulse or low pulse have the same length. Therefore we toggle P1.0 with a time delay between each state, and the time delay is going to be the same for on as well as off. The time delay, that is, if I say 0.5 seconds, 0.5 seconds off, 0.5 seconds on. So the time delay is going to be same for on and off. So here, let us start the program. Say what I will do. I will start with org 00h. Okay, org 00h. Now I am writing a label here. What is the first instruction of this org 00h? Set bit, SETB, set bit P1.0. So simply what I said, now upon P1.0, I have made it equal to 1. So as it is an output, what it is going to send out? It is going to send a high pulse upon this pin, right? What I am getting? Plus 5 voltage I am getting because of this set bit P1.0. L call delay. So I am calling a delay program now, correct? I am calling a delay program. Now where is the delay program? Somewhere org. I will write it here. Org. I have written a separate program for a delay. Org 20h. Say I will not take it as a 20h. I will make it as a 50h. 50h. Now delay is the first. Okay, it is a capital. It should be a capital letters. Okay. Delay. So what should be the first program? First line, it should be move or not, comma, hash 50h. 50h. Okay. And then I will say here. No, I will already here is there. Here label is there. I'll change it to say what? Loop. Loop. Okay. This is another label. What I can write here? Move. Sorry. D J N Z DJ NZ R naught, comma, loop. R naught, comma, loop. Then RET. This is my delay program. Okay. So what I am doing? I am loading 50h. Okay, I will not load the hexadecimal number. I will load only 50 decimal number. Okay, whatever the equivalent number of 50 is there, that will be loaded onto the R0 register. The hexadecimal number value of the 50 decimal number. Okay, that will be loaded upon the R0. Then what will happen? Loop DJNZ decrement and jump if it is not 0. Who is not 0? R0 is not 0. And decrement the R0 and go back to loop. Loop is here only. So I am rotating, I am repeating this instruction how many times? 50 times, 50 decimal times. Okay, or whatever the equivalent number of this hexadecimal number of this 50 decimal number. Okay, so 50 times I am repeating this instruction, and then I am going back with the return. Return is where I will come back. I will come back to here. Clear P1.0. So now what happened? I am getting a low signal upon P1.0. So I made it low. But for some time period it should be low only. That is why I'm again calling what? I'll call delay. So again, what will happen? This delay program, the ALU will come to the first instruction. Move R0, comma, hash 50. So again, DJNZ R0, comma, loop. So this instruction will be executed 50 times. So until this instruction is been completing 50 times, this will remain low only. The P1.0 is remaining low only because I made it 0 and I am calling, I am not executing further. I am coming here. I am coming into a delay program. So I am time passing for 50 times. So after 50 times, up to 50 times, the P1.0 is remaining 0 only, low only. Then return, whenever the return executes, after 50 times return will be executed. Return where it is going to take me? It is going to take me to the SJMP here. So ALU will come here. it will find SJMP short jump to where? To this address here. Where is that address? That address is here. So again ALU will come here. So however, I have made a time pass of 50 times here for being a low. Now set bit P1.0. So what will happen? It will go to 5 volts. From 0, it will move upon a 5 volts. Now again what I'm doing, I'm calling a delay program. So what is there inside the delay program? Simply I am time passing for 50 times. Okay, say if it is more than 52 times, because this is also taking 1 cycle, this is also taking 1 cycle, this is also taking 1 cycle. So total 3 cycles extra. So 50 cycles this plus 1 plus 1, 52 cycles. Again I am going back to where? Clear. So up to that it will be 1 only. Up to 50 times it will be 1 only. And when I go back, I am just making it clear. Clear P1.0. So what will happen? This will go low. And after going low, again I am calling for delay. So again, I will get a low signal for 52 times or 50 times. So this is continuously happening, and in a very simple step, I am getting a 50% duty cycle upon a P1.0 pin. Okay, so there is another way of writing the above program. So this program. Okay, what is that? ORG. Say ORG 00H, or I can say 0000H. Okay. Complement P1.0. So as it is already a output port, now say what I am doing, complement P1.0. Now what happened? As it was already 0, P1.1, it was equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, then it is equal to be output port. So now when it is an output port, then what I am doing, I am sending high. I am sending 1 complement. So I am making it 1 now. It means I am sending 1. Up to what time I am sending 1? LCall delay. LCall delay means I am going for a delay program, and I am staying here only for 50 cycles. 50 cycles or 50 times I am staying here only. After this, I am going back here. So what is there? SJMP here. So I will come here. What is there inside? Complement P1.0. Now it was 1. Now where it will go? Complement means it will be 0. So if it is now 0, it will go to 0. Again what? Again LCall delay. So I'm calling the same program for multiple times in a single line here. So here how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct? Here how many? Only 1, 2, and 3. See, within 3 instructions, I have modified the above program. There are 5 instructions here, and there are only 3 instructions here, right? I have just used a different methodology to complement the bit. Understood? Is it been understood? Okay. So now one more program we left. Write a program to perform the following. So what are the following things what we have to follow? Keep monitoring P1.2. Okay. So I have two instructions for monitoring, JB and JNB. So whichever is required, I can utilize. Okay. Keep monitoring the P1.0 bit until it becomes high. So it means what? When it becomes high, then don't monitor. When it is 0, monitor it. When it becomes 1, don't monitor it. Correct? Until it becomes high, I have to monitor P1.0. So it should be 0 only. So which one I should utilize upon JB or JNB? For this instruction, for this function, keep monitoring the P1.2 bit until it becomes high. Which of the instruction I have to utilize into this? It is already been written here. It is JNB only. See, monitoring is what? I have to look for this single pin continuously. This pin continuously. It means I have to stay upon this instruction only. So jump if no bit. So if it is 0, I have to look it again. Jump if no bit. I am jumping to the same again. Again is here only. Until what? Until it is 0. So when it comes 1, when it becomes 1, I will come out from this to the next instruction. Right? If it is 1, I am completely checking whether it is 1 or not. So what I would write here? JB, jump if bit is there. Jump if bit is present. So continuously it is presenting 1 only. And when it goes 0, then I would come from exit from this instruction. Right? Is it being sensible? Okay. Let us go for the program. Then later on you will understand. Now see. Keep on monitoring the P1.2 until it becomes high. So when it becomes high, what will happen? When P1.2 becomes high, write value 45H to the port 0 value, port 0 address. So register. Port 0 should be 45H. Correct? Then when it becomes high, send a high to low pulse upon P2.3. So P2.3 equal to high to low, 1 to 0, 1 to 0. Okay, so two things should happen when this P1.2 becomes 1. Okay, right? So first what? We are monitoring it. So if we are monitoring it, it means we are getting a signal upon this bit. Correct? So what we have to make it? We have to make it as input. We have to make it as input. So to make it as input, what we have to write? We have to write a signal 1 upon it. If it is 0, out, it will act as an output. If it is 1, it will act as a input, correct? So now set bit P1.2. So set bit P1.2 is going to make it what? P1.2 is now acting as a input port. Okay, then move a comma hash 45h, hash 45h. So a is having a value 45h. Okay, now this one I can reduce. I can reduce this because directly I can write a 45h value upon P0. I can write a 45h value upon P0 directly because it is a whole register. It is a whole register. That is why I can write it. In the previous class, we have discussed that. But still, okay, not an issue. Move a comma hash 45h because 45h has to be sent upon port 0. Now, JNB, jump if no bit. But already what is P1.2? P1.2 is 1. The condition is going to be failed, no? No bit. No bit stands for 0. Bit stands for 1. So I am checking for no bit. Jump only if no bit. What is no bit? P1.2 is no bit, but it is a bit. It is the bit is present. So whether it will jump back to here only, again only? No. This instruction will be executed. This instruction will not be executed. So move P0 comma A. Right? P0 comma A. Now what happened? P0 has got 45h because P1.2 is high. P0 has got 45h. Then set bit P2.3. What has to be sent? P2.3 has to go from 1 to 0. So set bit P1, P2.3 and clear P2.3. So it has gone from 1 to 0. Right? So now what I will do? I will simply put SJMP. You make changes it. SJMP again. I will add one more line to this. SJMP again. So where I will go? I will go back here. Now, as it is an input, the value may be 0, the value may be 1. Okay, the value 0 may be incoming, the value 1 may be incoming. I don't know. So if the value is 0, then I will not execute these 3 instructions. If the value is 1, then only I will execute these 3 instructions. And again, I am checking if it is continuously. And again, if it is continuous, and again, what I'm doing, I am going to check the P1.2. If the value is 0, incoming value is 0, I am repeating this instruction continuously. I am repeating this instruction continuously. If at all, somewhat, sometime, P1.2 goes 1, then these 3 instructions are going to be executed. Later on, what will happen? Again, I am going back to check what is the value of P1.2. So how many times it is going to be 1? That many times these 3 are going to be executed. How many times it is going to be 0? That many times it is not going to execute these 3 instructions. It is remaining here only, into the again only. Understood? Okay. So hopefully now I will jump to the 4th module. Almost all the examples are also covered here. Okay. Only few time is remaining. I will just give an introduction for the fourth module and then we will wind up. Okay. I think second hour is also mine only. I will try, if it is possible, I will continue. Okay. Okay, see that. So the fourth module is regarding the timers and counters. Timers and counter. This is the fourth module. Okay. Now it is a very much interesting and very much essential part of the 8051. Okay. Because here we are dealing with the clock frequency. Okay, so some calculation is there, simple calculation is there, and we are going to consider upon a frequency. Now, what is this timer and what is this counter? Okay, timer is it is used for measuring at time intervals, for the measurement of intervals, and counter is basically used for creating monitoring events and processes. Events, whenever events are occurring or whenever any process is happening. Okay. See, timers is nothing but a continuous intervals are going to be measured. How many time, how much of the time is going to be measured, that is going to be done by timer. And counters are event driven devices. Events. So only when the event happens, then the counters are going to be activated, or the counters are always monitoring the events, and that to external process, external events. Okay. And timers are basically used internally into the 8051 to measure the time period. Okay. Say, for an example, what I can say, I want to generate a time delay of 1 second or 5 seconds. Then instead of using a counter, I go for a timer. Okay. Then suppose I am communicating with external device, and whenever the external device is ready to send the data, at that point, I am initiating the communication from the 8051. That is event based timing is done through a counter. Then a simple time generation, time gap or a delay generation is done by the timers. These are two essential parts for the to work with the frequency. Both are considered as a frequency only, correct? Both are dealing with the frequency only, right? Even for the timers, we require a frequency. Even for the counters, we require the frequency. Okay. See, you have worked with the counters, correct? in the third semester, we have worked with the counters. Whenever we give a clock pulse, whenever we apply a clock pulse, then only the timer is used to be incremented, correct? It is going to be incremented by +1 or +1 again continuously only when we press the clock cycle. That is a counter we have worked. Okay, timer is internally working here with the registers. I think in the definitions, if you go through a definition here, timer is sometimes called as a stopwatch. Okay, it is a specialized clock. Timer is a specialized clock used to measure the time intervals or time periods. Okay, so don't look for many of the examples. Consider that timer is used to measure a time intervals. Okay, then counter is a device that stores the number of times to a particular event or process occurs. Okay, until the event or the process occurs, it will store the number of times. That is, it is also counting only. It is a counting the number of sequences continuously until the event occurs. Or any process occurs. Okay, with respect to a clock signal. So basically, it is used to count the events happening outside the microcontroller. So as I said, external. So counters are used to see what events are happening outside the microcontroller. Okay, it is used to count the events happening outside the microcontroller. In electronics, counters can be implemented quite easily using register type circuits such as flip-flops. This one we have designed. Counters we have designed in the DSD subject, correct? So timers are also basically used to count from 0 to upwards. For measuring time elapsed is often called as a stopwatch, or it is a device which counts down from a specified time interval and used to generate a time delay. For example, hourglass is a timer. Hourglass, that hourglass is there, no? Say, hourglass, have you seen this glass? This type of glass which is filled up with the, what is that? Sand. Which is filled up with the sand. Have you seen that? So that is a timer. It counts down, correct? You basically understood what is a timer and a counter? Have you understood the timer? What is timer and what is counter? After this session, you have to join back. Let me take an attendance. Join back.